Hello students, let's start the next topic, that is vector field, gradient fields, line integrals of vector field. Now basically what is vector field? Now if a physical phenomena are represented by vectors, if we represent any physical phenomena by vectors, we replace integrals over closed intervals by integrals over paths through vector fields. Means any physical phenomenon, if we use vectors there, then that creates a vector field. Okay, using that we can find out the work done over there, and in any such situation, means for any particle we can, if it is flowing, there is some fluid, if it is flowing, then at a certain time, if particle is here and its direction, it is flowing in this direction, so we can show it by a vector. Okay, that creates a vector. Suppose a fluid is moving through a region in the plane or in the space, and that any instance of time is a particle has velocity v. As that is flowing, means what, definitely that particle has velocity. If we draw velocity vector of some particles at different position at the same instant, then these velocities vary from point to point. Okay, we can represent that velocity. A velocity vector is attached to each point of the fluid. Okay, you can see here. So these are velocity vectors. Such a fluid exemplifies a vector field. Okay, such fluid we can say it as a that creates a vector field. So there are some examples of a vector field. For example, water flowing through a pipe, that creates a vector field. Gravitational attraction, that creates a vector field. Magnetic force field or electric field, or that creates a vector field. Now let us see the definition of vector field. A vector field in Rn is a map. Let us denote that map by capital F, that is from a subset of Rn to Rn. Okay, vector field in Rn, that is a function f from any subset of Rn to Rn, that assigns to each point x in its domain a vector fx. For each point x in f, x in a, if its image will be f of x, and that will be a vector. For each point of this, f of x will be a vector. Now if n is equal to 2, means what? Means function is from r square to r square, then f is a vector field, and as it is a r square, that will be, that field, vector field be that will be a plane. If n is equal to 3, then f is a vector field in space. Okay, now a map f from a subset of Rn to R, what it means? That is, here a element is from Rn, but it maps to a single element. That single element must be a scalar, any constant. Okay, so this map assigns a number to each point is a scalar field. So this field is a scalar field. A vector field f of x, y, z on R cube has three component scalar fields f1, f2 and f3. So f of x, y, z can be written as f1 x, y, z I plus f2 x, y, z j plus f3 x, y, z k. Now the vector field f is continuous. This is continuous if each of these component is continuous. Again, this f is differentiable if each of these component is differentiable. Again, next, if f1 and f2 are scalar field, if these two are scalar fields on R square, then the field f addition of both is a two-dimensional field. Okay, this is scalar field, but here is addition, so this will be a two-dimensional field. Now let us see some examples of a vector field. So this is a first, this is a example where the vector field along the trajectories, these vector fields are denoted, and it is a two-dimensional. It is a projectile trajectory. It is two-dimensional vector field. Next, this is a field of gradient vector. It is a three-dimensional vector field. Next, this is a field we get when xi plus yj is there. If f of xy is equal to this function minus y upon x square plus y square raised to half I plus x upon x square plus y square raised to half j, then that vector field will look like this. Okay. Now next, there is a definition of divergence of a vector field and gradient field. So first let us see the definition of divergence of vector field. So what is divergence? Consider f is a function. Capital F is f of x y z is equal to f1 x y z I plus f2 x y z j plus f3 x y z k. B vector function. This is a vector function which possesses first partial derivative in the domain D of the space. The divergence of f we denoted by del dot f or div, divergence of f. It is defined as divergence of f is equal to dA by f1 by dA by x plus dA by f2 by dA by y plus dA by f3 by dA by z. Okay, so this is the formula for divergence of function f. Divergence of f, dA by f1 by dA by x plus dA by f2 by dA by y plus dA by f3 by dA by z. Here what is f? Remember that here f is a vector function. F is itself a vector. For example, if f is xy plus zi minus 2xy square j plus zk, then divergence of f will be, so it will be dA by x, dA by f1 by dA by x means dA by x, or for this function, what is f1? Xy plus z minus, because there is minus, dA by y of 2xy square plus dA by z of this z. And after taking its partial derivatives, we get the answer. dA by x of xy is y, dA by x of z is 0, dA by y of 2xy square is 4xy, dA by z of z is 1. Okay. Now, take first note that the divergence of a vector is a scalar quantity. This is a scalar quantity. Whatever answer you get, divergence of vector is a scalar quantity. That is not a vector quantity. Okay. Second, here this operator is I dA by x plus j dA by y plus k dA by z, and this capital F is f1I plus f2j plus f3k. Therefore, their dot product, dot, we know how we take the dot product. Therefore, their dot product will be what? dA by f1 by dA by x, okay, plus dA by f2 by dA by y plus dA by f3 by dA by z. Now, here what is the difference in dot product? We know that A dot B is equal to B dot A. But for this case, we cannot write that del F is equal to F dot del. We cannot write it, so both are this not equal. Because we want this dA by x first, then it can be operated on F1, this on F2, this on F3, like this. That is second note. Next is the definition of solenoidal vector field. A vector field F is called solenoidal if its divergence is 0. Okay, its divergence is 0 identically. For example, if f is xyi plus zxj minus yzk, then what is its divergence? That is dA by x of xy plus dA by y of zx minus dA by z of yz. So its derivative with respect to, partial derivative with respect to x is y. Here is no term of y, so its partial derivative will be 0. Its partial derivative with respect to z will be y, and here is minus, so finally we get 0. So divergence of f is 0, so here we call f as a solenoidal. It is a solenoidal vector field. Now, next is a gradient field. Now, what is grad? The last definition in which we operate that operator del on vector function. Now, if we operate on then a scalar function, then what we get? Let us see. Suppose f of x, y, z is a differentiable scalar function on D, then the gradient field is, so this del dot f of x, y, z is equal to, in that case, we differentiate dA by f by dA by x in same way, but we take I here. Okay. For divergence, I was not here, j, k was not here. But if the f is scalar, then we take the coefficients I, j and k. So this gradient of f is dA by f by dA by xi plus dA by f by dA by yj plus dA by f by dA by z k. Okay, you can see that this gradient of f is a vector function, because here is I, j, k, we get a vector here, so we get vector in gradient when we find out the gradient of scalar function, gradient of a function. For example, let f is equal to square root of 1 minus x square minus y square minus z square. You can see that this is not a vector. I, j, k components are not there. This is a, you can see it is a scalar function. Okay. Then what will be its gradient? Gradient of f, that will be dabba by dabba x, its partial derivative with respect to x into I, plus its partial derivative with respect to y into j, plus its partial derivative with respect to z into k. So we get this answer. Okay. So its partial derivative with respect to x is, that is 1 upon 2 square root of this quantity. Again, partial derivative of this gives minus 2x. So similarly, for partial derivative with respect to y, partial derivative with respect to z. Next, let us see what is Laplacian of a scalar function. Laplacian. Consider phi is a scalar point function defined on domain D of space, and phi possesses second order partial derivatives. Then Laplacian of phi is defined as Laplace of phi is equal to dabba square by dabba x square plus dabba square by dabba y square plus dabba square by dabba z square of phi. That is dabba square phi by dabba x square plus dabba square phi by dabba y square plus dabba square phi by dabba z square. We call it as a Laplacian of phi. Now let us see the example of Laplacian. How to find out? Consider the function phi of x by z is x upon y plus y upon z plus z upon x. So what is formula for Laplacian of phi? Dabba square phi by dabba x square plus dabba square phi by dabba y square plus dabba square phi by dabba z square. So this is phi. We will find out dabba square phi by dabba square, all these three values. So from this dabba phi by dabba x, its partial derivative with respect to x will be here 1 upon y, here 0, here minus z upon x square. Again its partial derivative with respect to x, that is dabba square phi by dabba x square, so it is 0, and here is 2z upon x cube. So similarly we find out dabba square phi by dabba y square, that is 2x upon y cube, and dabba square phi by dabba z square is 2y upon z cube. Therefore Laplacian of phi is addition of these, so we add all these three. Now next, now consider grad phi for a scalar function phi. Now what is gradient of phi? Grad phi, we know its definition, dabba phi by dabba x I. Okay, we see the definition for function f, grad of f. So similarly, grad phi will be dabba phi by dabba x I plus dabba phi by dabba yj plus dabba phi by dabba z k. Now this is a vector. Okay, we can take divergence of this vector, because for divergence we want vector. Now this is a vector, so we can take its divergence. So divergence of grad phi means what we take, dabba dabba x of first function plus dabba dabba y of second, like this. So we get here dabba dabba x of dabba phi by dabba x plus dabba dabba y of dabba phi by dabba y plus dabba dabba z of dabba phi by dabba z. So here we get dabba square phi by dabba x square plus dabba square phi by dabba y square plus dabba square phi by dabba z square. That is divergence grad phi, that is del dot, here is divergence del dot grad phi del phi. Del dot del phi is equal to, we know that this is Laplacian of phi. So left hand side will be del square phi is equal to Laplacian of phi. Now here note one thing, that then it is del square phi Laplacian of phi. We know that Laplacian is what? So from this del square is same as Laplacian. That is the operator del square is dabba square by dabba x square. So this is both same. So definitely del square will be Laplacian. So del square will be dabba square by dabba x square plus dabba square by dabba y square plus dabba square by dabba z square. It is called as a Laplacian operator. Okay, this is a Laplacian operator. Now there is a well-known equation, that is if del square phi is equal to 0, then this equation is called as a Laplace equation. If del square phi is 0, then it is a Laplace equation. And we said that a function phi satisfies Laplace equation. And if such a function phi satisfies this Laplace equation, we call that function as a harmonic function. Now let us see the example of it. Show that phi is equal to 1 upon r, that is 1 upon square root of x square plus y square plus z square, is a harmonic function. Means what we have to show? We have to show what? Dabba square phi by dabba x square plus dabba square phi by dabba y square plus dabba square phi by dabba z square is equal to 0. Means we need to find dabba phi by dabba x and then again its derivative with respect to x. Similarly for y and z. So here what is given? Here phi of I means phi is a function of r and r is a function of x, y and z. So we need to use chain rule here. Okay. So dabba phi by dabba x. So by a chain rule, dabba phi by dabba x is what? Dabba phi by dabba r by dabba x. Dabba phi by dabba r means phi dash of r. Now dabba phi by dabba r. This is phi, its derivative with respect to r minus 1 upon r square. And dabba r by dabba x. From this, what is r? R is equal to 1 upon r is square 1 upon r is equal to 1 upon square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Means r is square root of x square plus y square plus z square. And what we want? Dabba r by dabba x. Therefore, dabba r by dabba x is equal to 1 upon 2 square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Again derivative of x square plus y square plus z square with respect to x, that is 2x. So 2 will get cancelled. Here we get x upon square root of x square plus y square plus z square. And what is square root of x square plus y square plus z square? It is r. So we can write it as x upon r. So dabba r by dabba x is x upon r. That is written here. X upon r. So finally what we get here? It is minus x upon r cube. Okay. What we get it? Dabba phi by dabba x is minus x upon r cube. So we again take its derivative with respect to x. Then we get dabba square phi by dabba x square. For that what we use? We use u upon v rule. Okay. Now what we have? What we have here? Minus x upon r cube. Okay, minus x upon r cube. Now we take its derivative with respect to x again. That is dabba square phi by dabba x square. So using u upon v rule, we take minus sign common. Okay, minus sign common. Then denominator as it is r cube. Derivative of x is 1 minus x as it is. Derivative of r cube is 3r square dabba r by dabba x upon square of r cube will be r raised to 6. So simplify it. That is r cube here will get cancelled. Minus 1 upon r cube. Minus minus plus. Okay. R square will get cancelled. So 3x upon r raised to 4. And dabba r by dabba x is x upon r. We just calculate it. So what we get? Minus 1 upon r cube plus 3x square upon r raised to 5. So similarly, we will find out dabba square phi by dabba y square. So here we just need to replace x by y, and for dabba square phi by dabba z square, we replace this x by z. Therefore, del square phi is addition of these three. That is, we add all of these three. So what we get here? Minus 1 upon r cube, minus 1 upon r cube, minus 1 upon r cube, that is minus 3 upon r cube. Plus, from these three, we can take 3 upon r raised to 5 common. So in bracket there will be x square plus y square plus z square. Now we know that what is r? R is x square root of x square plus y square plus z square. So r square will be x square plus y square plus z square. So in space of this we replace r square. Okay. So what we get here? This minus 3 upon r cube. Here r square, so that get cancelled, and here we get plus 3 upon r cube, means we get 0. So finally what we get? Del square phi is 0, means phi is a harmonic function by definition. If for any function, if we operate del square on that and we get 0, then we call that function as a harmonic function. Okay students, so let's stop here. That was about divergence of a vector field. Okay. In next lecture we will start next topic. Thank you.